guys, Prince of Macedon here, and I'm going to show you a battle that me and Oakley had, aka THFE Productions, and we fought this battle before the game was released. I had the footage, but I never made use of it. But yeah, during the press release, it was hard finding multiplayer battles, so we're both surprised when we got into each other's game here. And I was not using my name, but I told him when he came in that I was the Prince of Macedon, and he was like, "You sly dog, you." So definitely had a good time with this battle. And I think this money setting was like ultra, because we were both able to field some large armies with some pretty good quality units. So I think it was definitely ultra or something. Now, I guess it doesn't really need to be said that we were both pretty new at this game. I mean, remember, this was fought during the press session of Total War Warhammer before this game went public to everybody. So he went with the Warriors of Chaos, and I went with the Empire. Here we're just sending some messages. I asked him how he's liking the game so far. So I had my Lord. It was just an Empire captain. I put him on a what do you call it? On a flying mount there. Was it like a griffin or something? And I have 5 handgunners, 4 great swords, 1 regular sword, 4 halberdiers, and 4 different types of cav. 2 of them are the demigryph, and the other 2 are, I forgot. They might have all been demigryph. I think 2 were demigryph with swords, the other 2 were demigryph with halberds, I believe. So at this point, Oakley was playing the Greenskin campaign, and I was just playing multiplayer battles and quest battles at this time. And yeah, I did have to put out that I was missing the free-for-all fights, which I think a lot of people here on my channel miss too. The free-for-alls of Rome 1 and Medieval 2. I definitely think this game could definitely use some more multiplayer modes, especially free-for-all mode. That'd be so fun. But the map might have to be a lot bigger. Or you could always do like a 4-player free-for-all. That would also work too. So remember, we were both pretty new at this game, I believe. Like, I had only played like 1 or 2 battles on multiplayer at this point. I'm not sure how many multiplayer battles he had fought. And yeah, there was actually a quest battle which had a free-for-all type feel for it. Like, there were 2 factions going at it at the beginning, and then my faction rolls in and takes on the winner of that battle. So I was really annoyed that they had a free-for-all type quest battle, but didn't have a free-for-all type multiplayer game mode. But if you guys want it, I think you guys should try to press the CA on creating a multiplayer type setting for free-for-all. Anyways, I'm gonna leave my cav in reserve. Yeah. So yeah, all 4 of them are demigryphs, but 2 of them have halberds, the other 2 have swords. And I told Oakley that I didn't deploy in that big hill, because when I picked this map, I didn't know how unbalanced it was. Like, he has a hill too. I have a hill. See, he has his on the right side, mine's on the left side. So I think it looks cool, but when you have these type of maps, whoever camps out is pretty much gonna have a terrain advantage. That's why I told him, hey, I'm not gonna deploy in that hill right there. So I started the battle. I'm gonna start by inching my troops forward here. So I got my guys running across the, I believe that's water, I think? Yeah, that's water that we're running through. And I got my flying monster captain there. He has cast marauders coming down. And I can already see that he has some giant monsters in the back. And for that, I will use my my halberdiers. So I left my halberdiers on the flanks there. And I'm going to leave my cav on the wing. I'm sorry, in reserve for now. and he's going to throw his Chaos Marauders up. And I formed a line of handgunners in the front. Remember, I have 5 handgunners in this fight. Like, sometimes I debate if I should even bring handgunners, because they're pretty cool for like maybe 1 or 2 volleys, but once the enemy closes the distance, you gotta push your handgunners away. And your handgunners aren't fast, so it might take them a while to redeploy them into a new firing position. So sometimes I think, you know, maybe I should even bring them. I should bring another type of unit. But I do like having them in case my opponent has flying units. So then I start to think to myself, hey, you know, it is a good anti-air measurement. Countermeasure. Alright, so there's some cav going down my left there. And some type of axe unit in the back. And I see him shifting his giant monsters that way too. So Chaos Knights, Chaos Warriors, and then there's some kind of there's like 2 giant monsters coming. I believe they are Chaos Spawn, I think, or something like that. So yeah, the footage is live here, obviously, but the commentary I'm adding right now is not live, obviously. Just want to clarify. So when I saw his giants coming, I shifted my flying captain Lord to that side too. But while I was doing that, he's also shifting his troops towards my right as well. And I formed a line with my handgunners to harass him as they try to race across my flank on the right. But I'm going to focus on the left over here. And I got some halberdiers ready to deal with his monsters. So yeah, I turned my handgunners to face him on the right. Just do some harassing fire. And he has a lot more guys coming down that way. But you can see my demogryphs are dealing with his Chaos Knights. So he's running across. And I had to pull my handgunners out before his, were those Marauders? Yeah, before his Marauders chop them up. So yeah, handgunners are really slow. So you can't leave them there to the last second, otherwise they actually will get chopped up by enemy troops if they're charging. So you have to pull your handgunners out a lot sooner than you think you might. So his hero is over on this side. My hero is on his other side too. So I see some dragon ogres coming on the right. So I'm gonna pull my handgunners over there, so I can get some shots on his monsters on that side. Yeah, I believe those are dragon ogres. So yeah, when I saw his lord on the other side, I sent my lord going over the other side too. But you can see the first part of this battle went pretty well, where I scared off his giants, but they're not done yet. They will come back. So it started off pretty well, I think, for me. But now his dragon ogres have charged into my handgunners on that side. But now I got my lord taking on his lord, so it's going to be like an Alexander the Great type engagement, where I actively sought out the enemy commander with my commander and went for him. So I formed a new line there of handgunners to, you know, just pepper those dragon ogres and whatever that other unit is with gunpowder fire. So you can see my guys are outnumbered on this side, but I'm freeing up some cav over here to help out my other cav unit. So I send him charging into its flank over there. And I've got this unit that has no activity. It's a halberdier unit. So his sword lord, I'll call him a sword lord, his health is way down. So I'm gonna send my commander to attack him again. So I definitely like to go for the enemy commander here, like in Warhammer, because I know how bad it can be if you lose your lord. Plus, you rob your opponent of his ability to launch spells with his lord. I mean, he might still have a hero which can also launch spells, but I like to deal with the lord first. Like, if it is in the cards, I like to do it. So a pretty desperate battle on the left flank, and same with on the right too. So I'm forming these lines with my handgunners, but I think I do have the edge on this flank here. Especially my lord has almost no damage, whereas his lord is almost dead, as you can see. So he's pulling his lord out there to chase my handgunners. So yeah, it was really cool running into Oakley during the press release, because we have actually met many times at those in the California Warhammer events. Also, not just Warhammer. Well, I think we also met during Attila, and might have been another game too. And then we also fought on the same team for the California Arena event. So yeah, I've met Oakley many times. He's a really cool dude. And he makes some awesome, like, cinematic type videos. Like, they're really a real joy to watch. Handgunner. So, back to the battle. You can see on the left, I'm actually winning that fight now. And also on the right. So, his Dragon Ogres are running away. But I still want to shoot him, though, because they can still come back. Now, if you look towards the left there, you can see my Lord is going in for a swoop on his Lord. Or he will be. So, watch this. My Lord's actually going to pick his Lord up here. Like, I didn't zoom in. I wish I zoomed in here. There you go. Look at that. He picks him up, and he tosses him into the water. That is water, right? So, it was considered a close victory. But, yeah, we had a good time with this fight. And I think this is the first time we actually met in a Total War battle. On opposite teams, anyways, because we fought on the same team in the California Arena event. So you can see we're gonna have a little post chat here. We both say GG, and he said he was admiring Sigvald, his beautiful lord, as he calls him. So, pretty sweet stuff. And yeah, even when this game came out, I was really enjoying Total War Warhammer. I still am enjoying Total War Warhammer. Like, even though there's only 6 factions, I like the fact that they're all unique from each other. So as I told some of my YouTube friends here, that I'd rather have 6 unique factions than 32 clone factions. So yeah, I can't wait for more factions and maps, maybe. Bigger maps, hopefully. He can't wait for more units. I also can't wait for more units. I think Bretonnia needs a lot of new units to bolster its roster. So just a little fun chat. Might as well show it since it's all filmed here. So that map is called Borderlow, and yeah, I used the Empire for this fight, and I actually still use the Empire a lot for my ladder battles. I would say most of my ladder battles are either going to be Empire or Vampire accounts. Anyways, this video is almost coming to an end. Yeah, I had a good time, and if you guys haven't seen Oakley's channel, you should check it out. He has some really awesome video quality, and some really good commentary. Boom, boom, and I'm sure I'll see him at the next Total War event. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this fight, this pre-release battle between me and Oakley. I'll see you guys later. There you go, it's ending. Slowly but surely.